The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
This is TVWAN News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, Eastern Highlands embraces safe motherhood. PM set to announce full cabinet, and hunters a stunning win over bears. Postnatal care is an essential part of safe motherhood and child delivery. The Waniati Maternal Waiting Hut in Goroka, Eastern Highlands Province, is a place dedicated especially to pregnant women in disadvantaged situations.
Director Victor Timothy, a Man of Honor recipient, and his wife, Sister Bolena Azimo, have given their time in serving their community selflessly through their time, effort, money and land to house the Waniati Maternal Waiting Hut. Through Digicel Foundation's Community Grant Support Program, they were able to construct a postnatal building in Okiufa village within Goroka district, adding to its facility a much-needed hand in housing mothers who usually find it difficult during the repatriation process. Waniati Maternal Waiting Hut ensures food and accommodation. Labor ward items such as maternity pads, soap and toilet paper are provided to the women, including transport from the hut to the hospital labor ward or when the mothers are repatriated back home. Officiating at the opening, Digicel PNG Foundation Regional Manager Brian Malone thanked the community and everyone involved in the successful program. Malone said it's humbling to meet people who are so dedicated in committing their life to the betterment of their communities, and it's very rare. Appreciating the efforts, Timothy thanked the Digicel PNG Foundation and other partners, saying the maternal waiting hut serves the whole Eastern Highlands Province as it is the only facility of its kind. He added that they even get mothers from as far as Simbu and Medang Province. Waniata Maternal Waiting Hut will now meet the demanding needs for better maternity and postnatal care within the province and contribute towards minimizing the high rate of maternal and infant mortality rates in Eastern Highlands Province and the country as a whole. Salome Vincent, TVWAN News.
Deputy Prime Minister and lay MP John Rosso was given a warm welcome on Friday, the 19th of August at Nazab Airport. This is his first official visit as the Deputy Prime Minister to his electorate after the formation of government for the 11th Parliament. A water salute was given as the aircraft he was in taxied to a stop where he was received by a guard of honor and a large delegation from the Morobe Provincial Administration.
A water salute and a guard of honor and traditional sing-sing greeted Deputy Prime Minister and lay MP John Rosso as he arrived in Leh on Friday. Accompanying the DPM was Huon Gulf's new MP Jason Peter. They were both received by a delegation consisting of officials from the Morobe Provincial Administration and Leh City Authority. From Nadzab, a large convoy made its way back to the Morobe Disaster Center, where members of the Provincial Election Steering Committee officially welcomed and congratulated Rosso for taking the second highest post in the country. He was then briefed by the PESC Chairman Kisu Lucas on the role of the committee and the activities and decisions that were made during the 2022 National General Election.
From the issues that we raised earlier, proper electoral update must be conducted or alternate systems to be used like biometrics. So we put emphasis strongly on biometrics. You take it away with him. Election Commission to engage on social services like, for example, we have a helicopter they want to use for insertion and extraction. There's no point in getting a chopper company in Port Moresby, whereas we have local helicopter company here, which we can do directly, and we have a long-standing good relationship with them.
Lucas further outlined that after elections, Morobe has an outstanding of 2,248,600 kina, most of which were owed to temporary election workers, security personnel and service providers. In response, DPM Rosso said he had nothing but praise and commendation for the committee. Rosso further gave assurance that the government has prioritized a review of the electoral process where it will be dissected, managed and planned properly for 2027.
We have already started the process, and I was fortunate. Yesterday I was with the provincial, the electoral commissioner and the police commissioner and the treasurer, and we dissected the budget, and I can assure you that all the outstanding payments here for Morobe will be paid as I was.
Salome Vincent, TV1 News.
Meantime, the Deputy Prime Minister and lay MP vowed to work closely with the other 10 members of Parliament from Morobe Province.
As you can see, our member-elect for PNG Gulf is a URP member, but I'm all past close to Wandemi, or Sana Wandemi no camp. I'm all member of the Wow Bulolo, member of the, Wow Warrior, member of the Bulolo, member of the Makam, member of the TVWAN. They've been behind me, they've been supportive, and work united want them to put Morobe first, and at the same time, Olimandota to put Papua New Guinea to the next level too.
Prime Minister James Marape says he will announce a full cabinet by Tuesday, August 23rd. He said the lineup will be made up of coalition partners and will be fairly represented by provinces and regions.
All your presence at the Government House.
Prime Minister James Marape says he will announce a full cabinet, including vice ministry positions, on Tuesday. The cabinet will include coalition partners, as well as having all provinces and regions fairly represented. He added that the lineup will match ministers with department heads who can deliver the outcomes of the Marape-Rosso government. The Prime Minister has also urged all MPs, whether a minister in the new cabinet or not, to work harder for the good of Papua New Guinea. Mr. Marape said the country had many outstanding issues and it required all MPs to attend to those tasks. These include addressing law and order, fixing education and health sectors, connecting enabling infrastructure, as well as growing the economy. This is TV1 News. More stories after the break.
With BSP Internet Banking, you can enjoy your banking at home, at work, or wherever you are. BSP Personal Internet Banking allows you to view your accounts and transactions, transfer money, bill pay, schedule future payments, or access your bank statements. Visit your nearest BSP branch to register now. BSP Internet Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SP Lager, Bongum Yumi. Cheers to 70 years.
Right across the nation, we eat snack crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Made only from from the highest quality beef, oxen pub, is PNG's pride and the world's favorite.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him, Olgeta.
Welcome back. Two candidates contesting the Southern Highlands provincial seat have openly apologized to the people of Southern Highlands and the country for the recent violence in Mendi Town. Alex Awesa and Philemon Ambel issued the apology in a press conference in Port Moresby today.
Philemon Ambel and Alex Awesa are contesting the Southern Highlands provincial seat. In a press conference today, both candidates appealed to the provincial leaders to unite and put an end to the chaos in Mendi. Mr. Ambel, a former politician, said such an incident wouldn't have occurred if electoral processes were followed. However, Mr. Ambel said right now the leaders need to work together and bring back peace and normalcy into the province.
I regret, talk sorry. Lo situation now come up long Mendi. Me play been trying to avoid him. Repeat long one of something been come up long 2017 and me blog kita go election one time strong pla think talk lo you must make sure you run in peaceful and a peaceful election.
The PNG Electoral Commission has also been blamed.
Me play attribute him disallow something long inefficiency belong Electoral Commission and one blah now officials belong in law province. We probably could have avoided it. And, we moved quickly, counting all boxes, and decisions made on the disputed boxes, and then we proceeding all accounting. Probably we could have avoided this.
Mr. Awesa called for a decision on special circumstances or a supplementary election to be conducted.
My people of Canberra, from Teta to Kiburu, those 7 councils, I appeal to you guys to not to participate in any of this mayhem that's happening. I know you have not participated in the last couple of days, but in case you are inclined or in case you are being enforced or bribed to take part, I ask you to stay away from it because we are peace-loving people and we respect lives and we respect state property. We are that type of people, so I ask you to refrain and not to take part anymore.
Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
All those involved in election-related violence and crimes will face the full force of the law. That is the directive from Prime Minister James Marape when commenting on the ongoing violence in Mendi Southern Highlands after ballot boxes were seized at Mendi Police Station and burned in the early hours of Thursday, 18th of July.
Prime Minister James Marape met with Mendi Munio MP-elect Raphael Tonpi, Police Commissioner David Manning, and PNG Defence Force Commander Major General Magoina after the burning of ballot boxes in Mendi and ordered an investigation into the incident. The Prime Minister says police and PNG Defence Force will ensure the lawbreakers are brought to justice and the situation is curtailed. He said those involved in illegal practices, violence and crime during the elections should be realized that they were just being used as pawns. Marape is appealing to those involved in this violence in Mendi to stop because police and military will be in full force for the rest of the year to investigate, arrest and bring them to justice. He added that this applies to the inciting violence in other parts of the island's region, including Ella. The Prime Minister said in 2017, after a large-scale violence in Southern Islands, no one was held accountable. This time, his government is committed to bringing to justice those responsible for election-related crimes. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
The Police Association of Papua New Guinea has commended the security personnel, especially its policemen and women, for successfully delivering the national general election results in 2022. National President Lowa Tambua said in 2017, many police officers lost their lives under varying circumstances. He said in this election, the police force did a marvelous job. President of the Police Association, Lowa Tambua, said although there were many issues raised by citizens and stakeholders in the manner in which the 2022 election was conducted, it had nothing to do with the work of police and other security personnel. He said the issues were raised under the armpit of the Electoral Commission and the government, which only they can address. The Police Association says it is only concerned about the safety and welfare of the police officers.
Made our country and the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary proud. Your efforts are commended with the highest esteem. The police union, being the political arm of the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary, take this opportunity to express its profound gratitude in commendation to the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Menin, Chief Natal Operations, DCP Henton Billy, all division commanders, all PPCs, members of rank and file, and police union also extend its commendation to the Commander Defense Force and its personnel, Commissioner CIS and its personnel, and not forgetting our partners, the Federal Police.
The Police Association also appreciate the leadership of Police Commissioner David Manning in coordinating, maintaining and having command and control over the entire constabulary during the election. Tambua acknowledged the work of all the regional, divisional and provincial commanders during this very important national event. And that ends the news segment. Sports is next. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Open Maps.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Prime PNG made.
NCSL belongs to multitudes of members. Our mission is to improve our members' quality of life through all seasons. When you make important financial decisions on education, family events, All those unexpected moments, it's good to know that you belong to a savings and loan society that understands your needs. To make the right choices for your family, become a member today. NCSL. Money, savings, future belong you.
Welcome back. The PNG Hunters took to Bycroft Oval Runaway Bay for the final time this year on Saturday 20th of August ahead of their return to Papua New Guinea next week, with a host of supporters in attendance to finally farewell the Hunters from the Gold Coast. The PNG side produced a stunning 32-24 win over competition heavyweights Willow Bears in round 19 of the QRL Host Plus Cup.
The return to Papua New Guinea seemed to bring the best out of the PNG Hunters, who started strongly against the Burleigh Bears and maintained their dominance right through until the final stages to notch an emotional victory at their home away from home in Runaway Bay. The Hunters defended the area strongly to begin the game, pressuring Bears winger Tony Francis into dropping the ball in Burleigh's first attacking movement and then cleaning up a dangerous Guy Hamilton grabber shortly afterwards. A clever chip kick from Kingstimer Pariah from inside his own half forced an error from the Bears, and fullback Tyler Hahn was in perfect position to punish the mistake, plucking the loose ball out of the air and running in PNG's first try in the 6th minute. Hunters prop Francis Kembis was next to get in on the action when he scored beside the right upright in the 13th minute. The Bears managed to slow PNG's momentum as the game settled into a grind, but the Hunters' dominated proceedings took a 12-0 lead into the break. Back from second half, Hunters' Benji Kot scored 7 minutes into the second stanza. Judah Rimbu was next to score for the Hunters as the clock wound down and the scoreboard kept ticking over. Interchange forward Jordan Pett was the instigator this time, with a late offload in front of the posts, landing in the hands of Wartovo Puara Jr., who then drew in 2 more Burleigh defenders with a swerving run before passing Rimbu into space on the left edge to score. The Bears were finally afforded the chance to build some pressure when they earned consecutive sets on PNG's line late in the second half. Burleigh winger Tony Francis would capitalize on this in the 67th minute to finish off a smooth right edge movement by the visitors. Finding their second win late in the piece, Burleigh would then score back-to-back tries when Alofiana Khan Pereira crossed in the 71st. 2 more late consolation tries to Burleigh helped add some respect to the final score. Hunters 32 defeated the competition leaders 24, capping off an exhausting 2.5-year relocation period with a stunning win. Salome Vincent, TVWAN Sports.
And that ends the news tonight. Remember to apply the following simple measures to prevent transmission of the coronavirus. Regularly wash your hands with soap and water, cough or sneeze into your elbow, and exercise social distancing. If you are feeling sick, please stay at home. You can also call the COVID-19 hotline number for more information or assistance. Pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.